My name is Ashley, and I know it has been forever since I've made a video, but today I am back with a sponsored video by GrowAce, and GrowAce is an indoor horticultural equipment brand that provides everything from grow tents to grow lights, hydroponics to climate control, complete grow kits, and all of your indoor growing essentials. This brand has been in this business for over 11 years, and I am super excited to be trying out one of their products today. The product we are going to be putting together, unboxing and installing, and giving you a brief overview of how this works is the AirCube Ebb and Flow 6-site system. Now, I'm going to create a little mini series of this system today. As I mentioned, we are just going to be unboxing it, putting it together, and I'm just going to briefly show you how it works. And then in the next video, we will be planting some things. We are going to do a couple little experiments with this system. I'm super excited. And also in this mini series, I will be doing updates, giving you an update on what I'm growing, how it's growing. Of course, you'll find out what I'm growing in the next video, but how it's growing, how I like it, how the system is working for me. And at the end of all my update videos, once we are through the complete grow cycle of what I choose to grow, I will be doing an overview of this system and my final opinion on what I think about it. Of course, in the description below, there will be links to this product as well as growace.com and a 5% off coupon code to get 5% off your order. That coupon code is, of course, none other than Planty Princess. It will be right here on the screen, again, as well as down below in the description box. This coupon code is only valid until June 1st of 2023, 11:59 p.m. And that is just to prevent this coupon code from getting on any of those silly coupon sites. If you have not gotten your AirCube system by then, don't worry, you can head to the description down below to get the latest coupon code for this product. Along with that, if you head on over to their website, you can enter in your email to get an additional $10 off an order of $50 or more, which is awesome. Without any further ado, let's jump right into this video because I cannot wait any longer and I am super excited to see this product. So as you see here, we have 3 boxes. We have the 6-site bucket system. We have the ultra heavy duty collapsible reservoir. Now this is a 25-gallon. This is an expandable system, so you can get anywhere from 6 to 36 buckets and anywhere from 25, 60, or 105-gallon pop tank reservoir. Now, as I just mentioned, I have the 6 sites. I have 6 buckets. I have the smallest 25-gallon pop tank. And then in this last box, we have the brain controller. So this is an advanced brain controller. I can't see the last word on that, so we will just have to see when we open this up. But basically, this is just the brain. It controls all the functions. It controls how the system works. And this is how you are going to operate the system as a whole after it is all put together. So as we're unboxing, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this system, give you guys some insight on, what the system can do, some main tips and cool specs to this product, and we will check this thing out together. Now, I did a little research on ebb and flow systems overall, not specifically just this product, but what is an ebb and flow system? So an ebb and flow system generally refers to the movement of water. So a tide going into the shore, flooding the shore, and then draining out, back out into the ocean. So flow, obviously the incoming of the water or the flooding of water, in this case to our buckets, and then ebb, the draining of the water out of the buckets back into the reservoir. So this is essentially going to water your plants, wet the medium, and then it is going to drain out back into the reservoir tank. Now, the cool thing about this is you can water them manually with the system, but you can also set it to specifics to water itself. Now, I'm not quite sure what those specifics are yet as I'm just opening this box, but we will get to that later on. But yes, This is a really neat system overall, and this is the only system currently on the market where you can use any medium of your choosing. Now, I think I'm going to be using some leca and some soil. Maybe we'll put a little something else in one of the other buckets, but that will be in the next video. I'm getting way ahead of myself because I am so excited. So I'm gonna get everything unboxed. In this box we have the pop tank. Next we will open the brain controller. I think this is what I am most excited about. As it's the brain, it is going to do the majority of the action. So here we are. So this is the brain system. This is cute. I love the color. Looks like we have a little time dial here. 24-hour timer, yep. So you can set it on a 24-hour timer, showing how often you want it watered. You get the drain pump, the fill pump, the drainage cycle, the switch error, and a fill cycle. And then of course we have the fuse button over here. So now let's pop open the buckets. Let's see if they say 5-gallon active oxygen grow buckets and a 25-foot length tubing. That gives you plenty of tubing to set this up the way you want it, which is super awesome. Now, while we're opening this, I see it's mentioned on the box that it has the pruning fabrics. So speaking of the pruning fabrics, these are made of fabric polypropylene pots. This makes it so the fabric is very porous and the roots can grow through the fabric, and once they exit the pot, the fabric pot, and move past that fabric lining, the air, the oxygen is going to dehydrate those roots, naturally prune them, and then force them to make fibrous feeder roots. That is going to help the plant grow very strong, very efficiently. Also, these fabric pots help kind of control temperature. Now, your standard plastic pot can get up to 125 degrees Fahrenheit. These fabric pots help the heat dissipate easily and effectively and prevent that heat, especially when you have these pots in either like a grow tent or under grow lights all the time. That heat can really build up. But having these fabric pots helps it escape and, you know, get away from that root system, keeping your plant happy and healthy and not overheating it. Also, with these buckets have a raised draining system. So that also ensures that your water is going to drain easily, as well as allow oxygen to come back up into your roots. This system has great oxygen benefits. With that being said, because of course on a molecular level, oxygen is needed to transmit these nutrients throughout the entire plant. And with this lifted bottom, as I mentioned, it's allowing that oxygen to easily reach the roots, which will also help prevent root rot and other bacteria or diseases you can get from overwatering your plants. So these buckets are that same color blue or green or teal, whatever you want to call it. I really love this color. So see what I mean? How this kind of dips up? That is the raised leveling. So that way when the system floods itself, the water will then escape back out. Now, it has these little bumpies. They're raised like in. That will leave the pot sitting up higher, and that will ensure that the water isn't sitting at the soil level, at the root level. It will ensure your pot, your soil, your roots, your medium, if you're not using soil, your medium is above that water level when it is draining. Even if there are little bits of water left in the bottom of the pot, it will not be sitting in your medium. So that's great. Also, I see we have every which way we can put this piping. That way it makes it easier for us to set it up how we would like. Now, I'm not sure exactly where I want to set this up yet. I don't know if I want to rearrange my grow tent over here and put it in this corner because I have a south-facing window, a west-facing window, or an east-facing window, and a north-facing south, east, and north in this room. It's my sunroom, so it's very bright, gets a lot of light, and of course that will benefit what I want to grow in this system. Or if I want to put it, I guess essentially in my laundry room, but that is where I have like my whole plant table set up. I have a little space in there. Now, of course, I will not be putting this in a grow tent. I no longer have that big Vivostone grow tent that you may or may not have seen me install in a previous video on my channel. So it will not be going in there. Now, with that being said, this does not need to go in a grow tent. This can go wherever you want it. Like I said, I'm not going to be placing this in a grow tent. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it. It's not going to make it so it works less efficiently. It is going to work just as good whether it is in a grow tent or not. The only thing that would determine that, I guess, is what you're growing and how you want to grow it. If you want to provide an enclosed space to kind of raise the humidity, or keep your lighting in a certain area, or whatever the case may be, that is the only reason to choose to grow this or choose to set this up in a grow tent or not. So we are here, everything is unboxed. Here is the instruction manual. This thing just looks so cool. This is probably how I'll be setting mine up. But again, it has these notches on all four sides, so you can easily put this tubing any which way you want. It's very, I don't know if pliable would be the word, but it's easily able to be cut because you're going to cut this to be able to attach it to each of the things, each of the buckets, as well as the brain system and the reservoir. But there's plenty of tubing. It's easy to cut through, so you'll just need a regular pair of scissors.
Also, there is a limited time warranty. AirCube warrants to the customer that its products will be free from defects in material and workmanship under normal use and service for a period of 1 year from the purchase date. We will replace or repair any part of the AirCube active oxygen grow system that we find to be defective in operation due to faulty materials or workmanship within 1 year of the date of original purchase. Consumable items such as fabric pots are not covered under the 1 year limited warranty. Once the warranty period has ended, parts will be available at the marketplace.
So it gives you a limited 1 year warranty, which is awesome. Other than that, let's get the show on the road. Really quick, inside the brain system, there is a bunch of other, products, tools, materials, whatever you want to call them. I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait a sec, this can't be everything. And then I'm like, let me check the inside of this because that is most likely where they are at. So yes, inside your brain controller, you have the additional products that you will need to complete this installation. So here we have our final finished setup. I love the way it turned out. It was a super easy installation and the instructions were very easy to read, understand, and follow. The last thing we have to do is discuss the watering. So this setup can do manual or scheduled watering. All that is done by using this little dial on the front of our brain controller. It comes with this little plastic cover already on the front, so you pop that off and then you have full access to your clock. This runs on a 24-hour cycle, so the first thing you want to do is set the time. You are going to turn your dial so that the time is at this black arrow. So if it is 1 o'clock, you want the 13 to be at the black arrow. After you're done doing that, you can then set your schedule. If you're going to do it on manual, you want to have the red switch flipped up to turn on the fill pump. This will turn on the fill pump and the water, the brain control will fill with water until you reach where you set your floating valves. Those were those two white little things on the two little sticks that we pushed up to raise that level. It was set all the way at the bottom. You can adjust that to however you please, but that will make it so that way the tank does not overflow and it provides the water to fill through the buckets. Once you are done watering, you will then switch that red switch downwards to then go ahead and drain the water out back into your reservoir. Now for the timing, this is quite simple. There are little red switches, if you want to call them, on this dial. Each one of them runs on a 15-minute schedule. When they are at the most inner position closest to this clock face, they are going to be in the drain position. To get them into the fill position, you are going to switch them up or out. Each time you switch one out, the water cycle will run for 15 minutes. So if you want the water cycle to fill for a half hour, it will fill and it will leave the water soaking up into your medium for a half hour if you have two of these red dials pushed in the upward position. So if I want my system to water and soak for a half hour, I'm going to then flip two of those up, and then if I'm ready for them to drain after that half hour, the next switches are going to be back towards that inner drain position. Again, if your schedule is going to be more than a once per day cycle, at any period of time that you want this system to fill, you just switch these red switches to the out fill position, and when you are ready for them to drain, you push them in at the time you want your system to drain the water back into your pop tank reservoir. It's very easy, very simple. I think this is going to be a great system and I'm very excited to use it. With all that being said, installation being done, this is the end of our video. Don't forget to check out the description down below for the links and the coupon Plenty Princess for 5% off your order. Thank you so much to Grow Ace for sponsoring this video, providing this product, and giving me the chance to check out this system. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested in the content I provide. And as always, everyone's a princess. Bye!